Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Week 5 Game of the Week for CDL. This week we have Uperog and his, I believe it is pronounced, the Windsor Watchhogs against Seel and his Terrific Valley Celios here. Neither team has a logo, which is why it looks like that here. This is going to be Uperog's team on the left and then Seel's team on the right here. This is a day late. I'm sorry about that. I was feeling super sick last night. I had heat stroke and then I worked out and then I was just dying. So it probably wasn't the play to work out, but we're here and we're recording right now. So as you can see here, Uperog is currently 3-1, leading the majority of the league. I believe he's, third at this time. And then Seel is having a bit of a rough season so far, 1-3, but still plenty of time to turn it around. This is a longer league. So the field this week was I believe it was the Ashen Beach, which is a mix of different fields. It's one of the custom fields that's like a hodgepodge of different types that support different types. So I guess as you can see from the matchup here, we're not going to go over too long, but Uperog's team was one of the more bottom ranked teams in the PRs. Of course, he's doing excellently with it because he's OP. Salamence is really good this game, depending on if they can get Slowbro out of the way. Additionally, I think that mixed Salamence is pretty cool, or especially offensive Salamence is pretty cool as well, with some sort of Hurricane, like Flamethrower or Draco Meteor type set that could really do a number. I thought it would be funny to see, at least. Zygarde in the opponent team also does very well after some chip. After the Quagsire goes away and the Hippowdon goes away, it can break Melmetal with Earth Power if it wants to. Setting up will let it destroy Salamence and Gardevoir, along with I believe Dracozolt in the sand. Will get outsped depending on the item and all that. Necrozma is pretty good this game as well. It helps with Quagsire a lot, which is really nice, and Hippowdon, which is stuff that Zygarde has a hard time breaking. Slowbro is pretty good this game for checking Melmetal. Just has to be wary of Thunder Punch and stuff like that. And Beedrill is also semi-good this game. Forces in Quagsire or Hippowdon, which is really nice on the U-turns and stuff. So yeah, Leafeon is the Crested Mon, and I believe there's only Crested Mon playing this week. It's just Leafeon. So moving on to the teams they brought, we have Uperog's team first. Oh no, which is it? It's that one. Nice. So this is Uperog's team here. So he has a Choice Scarf Salamence with Dual Wing Beat, Outrage, Stone Edge, Earthquake, Physically Defensive, Unaware Clefable, Rocky Helmet, Physically Defensive, or actually Mixed Defensive Flareon with Rocky Helmet and Wish Protect, along with Yawn and Flamethrower, which is cool. Lefty's Melmetal with Brick Break, Double Iron Bash, Earthquake, Thunder Punch, Mega Gardevoir, Calm Mind Mega Gardevoir, and then a Technician offensive Roserade here, which is really cool to see. The team kind of really needs to stop actually I won't say it. Never mind. I won't say it until right now. So we're gonna go look at Seel's team. Which is a Assault Vest Kecleon with Drain Punch, Fake Out, Foul Play, Ice Punch, offensive Adamant Beedrill, Air Balloon Colossal to lead set rocks, Weakness Policy Necrozma with Autotomize, one of the better sets. Pulsey actually washed me with that set in week 1 of SPDL once, I think, or actually maybe week 3. DD Life Orb Zygarde, which is cool, and then the Max Speed, Max HP Leafeon, Crested Leafeon, which is cool. So the win con for both teams is pretty cool. I mean, like the Necrozma does pretty darn well against the majority of his team, right? Like he's having a really hard time dealing with that, especially after they deatomize. So yeah, that's gonna be a big one. This team also does have a pretty hard time with Mega Gardevoir after Kecleon goes down, and Kecleon can only be around for so long, especially if it's gonna risk a Toxic or Yawn or something, or Melmetal is obviously, Melmetal, it does what it does. So yeah, moving to the game. Nice. So as you can see, these are the 6 that we discussed over, and the battle is. Watch this. Ready? I'm gonna start it without the sound. Wow. I mean, I'm unreal. So the field goes up. Oh, actually, no. This is the Serene field. I'm stupid. Serene field. I'm done. So let's go slow. So they lead Salamence on Colossal. Colossal switches out in favor of Quagsire, or Salamence switches out in favor of Quagsire as Colossal sets rocks. Quag just opts to break the balloon, which is nice, or which is pretty much needed, as Colossal gets up spikes and rocks, which is super good. Quag is going to take it down to really low with Scald, but really nothing you can do. Colossal does its job here by setting up the rocks, which is rocks and 2 layers of spikes, which is pretty huge. Leafeon comes out here, is going to force Quagsire out. Melmetal comes in here to take 1,000,000 from 25 from rocks, which is really nice. Synchronize comes out, which is interesting, but there's no I'm not sure what that for. I think he was maybe expecting the Roserade to switch in, which is cool. With double Iron Bash here just wrecks Kecleon, which makes Mega Gardevoir a massive threat right off the bat. So he brings in his Necro right away, ups the Earth Power to 60% and gets completely done in by double Iron Bash here, leaving it at 24% without the speed or the weakness policy pop. Roserade comes in here, I believe, on the Earth Power, on the Autotomize, which is nice for Seel, of course. Roserade is not doing a ton this game anymore. I mean, it was useful, but it's not really doing a ton anymore. After this, he lives on a 1 HP, which is cool, which is really lucky, and takes out the Necrozma. So right now, it's kind of a wash right now. So Upper is in a massive advantage here. Quagsire switches in on the Beedrill here, taking 1,000,000 from rocks, as Beedrill just fell stingers and does 34%, which is unreal. Knockoff comes out here to get rid of those lefties on the recover, and I believe Quagsire just fires off a Scald. Am I correct? No? Yeah, fires off a Scald on the side guard. Does not snag the burn, as Zygarde goes for an Outrage here, just 48%. And Ice Punch is going to do 50, bring it down to 22%, and he's going to swap in the Gardevoir, which takes 1,000,000 again from the setup. Of course, he was locked in the Outrage. That was a free switch, but I believe he gets bodied by Extreme Speed. Crit Extreme Speed. I'm not sure if that mattered. Gardevoir has like base 60 physical defense, so I don't know. Scarf Mens comes out here to just click Outrage and do its thing. Zygarde E-speeds for 49%, which is unreal. And Dual Wing Beat comes out. Now you might think, okay, well, Dual Wing Beat sweeps, right? Unfortunately, it doesn't. Oh, but he sacks this, I forgot. So he was going for the Felt Stinger sweep here, understandable play. He didn't know it was Scarfed, of course. But now Leafeon comes in here, and because of the crest, it's actually not weak to flying type moves. That's one of the perks of the crest. So Dual Wing Beat at +2 is doing 17% across each hit. So that's a total of like, I don't know, 38% or something or other. He sacks Rose right here, as the Leaf Blade comes out. So right now this is a pretty good position for Seel. He's kind of moving. Leaf Blade comes out on the Melmetal, takes out the Melmetal. Or actually, yeah, doesn't take out the Melmetal, but Double Iron Bash really doesn't do much. Not enough to kill anyway. So Leafeon is just going to go ahead and take out the Melmetal here, which makes it realistic because he has to come out here, and I think the play was always Mence because it still lived the rocks, and you were just clicking Outrage there. But he goes Flareon for Yawn, just to ensure the sleep and possibly ensure, I don't know what he was doing. Wish comes out here from Flareon, as Flareon opts to just, I think he just stays in and clicks Flamethrower, right? Yeah, it clicks Flamethrower, but of course that's also resisted thanks to the crest, so its weaknesses, Flareon's weaknesses become resistances actually. I believe it swaps it, so everything that's, I believe so. So everything it's weak to, it actually resists, which is really cool. I think. I'm like 80% sure. So I need knocked here. So Leafeon fires off a Toxic, ensuring that it beats the Flareon 1v1 at this point now, because he can just roost up and forever. or Sid, this is up for at least another 4 turns. That's 4 turns. So Sid, this is left. This yawn here is seriously still a problem, and then this leaf blades are coming out, doing little by little. Rocky Helmet comes into play a little bit here, and he snags a burn, unfortunately. So Seel is in a bad place, and he's just gonna synthesis back up. There's really not too much to be too worried about. Oh, also the reason he's not going to sleep is obviously because he's currently burned from the flamethrower. I don't know if I pointed that out or I didn't, but that's the reason he's not going to sleep. So Toxic is going to kill the Flareon here, and now his only hope right now is to come in here with Salamence and pick up the kill. But he's going to outrage. I'm not sure why Leafeon or Seel didn't attack there, because he always lived 1. But now he risks a crit here and risks the game, and Salamence does pick up the crit on the second hit, which really sucks. So the end result is that Crest Leafeon is broken. It almost single-handedly won the game there, which is kind of insane. But yeah, it's an excellent show of what Crest can do and how it can affect the meta game in this meta, which is pretty insane. But yeah, game of the week 5 goes to Upper. It goes to both of them, but Upper is going to win and proceed to be 4-1 heading into week 6, which is pretty cool. Great record. But that is going to be it for today. Later on tonight, possibly we see week 2 of TEC, depending on what happens with the slides and all that. But for now, that is going to be it from me. Goodbye, God bless, and have a great day.